Defense buying timelines to be significantly cut by June, Defense Secretary. The process to significantly shorten timelines for defense procurement is likely to be completed in 3 months by early June. Defense Secretary Rajesh Kumar Singh told Business Standard. Procedural reforms in the Defense Acquisition Procedure 2020 document to streamline India's defense procurement policy, often criticized for delays and inefficiencies, could be completed in 6 months by early September. Currently, it takes between 2 and 3 years to formulate the request for proposal for procuring specific military equipment for the armed forces. It should not be this way, Singh said, adding the prolonged time taken for field evaluation trials and cost negotiations will also be reduced. It was also indicated that the groundwork for shortening these timelines had already been laid. In line with the Ministry of Defense decision to observe 2025 as the year of reforms, Singh said a committee had recently been established under the Additional Secretary and Director General Acquisition to drive procedural reforms in DAP 2020. The reforms aimed to eliminate redundancies and make the acquisition process more efficient in meeting the needs of the three armed services while addressing the pain points of the defense industry. Armed service, sorry, including domestic private firms and global original equipment manufacturers. The committees meeting are expected to commence soon and will involve a diverse range of stakeholders, including industry representatives from both the public and private sectors, as well as startups and think tanks. The acquisition of defense equipment currently takes over 5 to 7 years to complete, with the field evaluation trials alone taking up to 3 years. The process involves multiple staging, beginning with the accordance of acceptance of a necessity, followed by the issuance of the request for information and the formulation of general staff qualitative requirements. This is followed by the issuance of the request for proposal, vendor responses, technical evaluation, field evaluation trials, general staff evaluation, bid opening, and the identification of the lowest bidder. The process then moves to cost negotiations, the conclusion of the contract negotiation committee, and approval from the competent financial authority, culminating in the signing of the contract. Deliveries begin only years after this process is completed. The Indian Army, Indian Navy, and Indian Air Force have all faced procurement delays, with urgency rising amid the rapid development and deployment of military technologies in India's neighborhood, particularly by China. The domestic defense industry, particularly private players, has also cited the lengthy procurement process as a business challenge. The Defense Secretary welcomes any step to cut down acquisition time, said Rajendra Singh Bhatia, chairman of Kalyani Group's defense business and president of the Society of Indian Defense Manufacturers. Emphasizing the need for reforms, he noted that in high technology domains, the time taken for acquisition must be shorter than that of technology development. The process is currently linear, but adopting parallel processing can help reduce timelines, he concluded. Explaining the urgency of reforms from the user's perspective, General Manoj Mukund Naravane, former Chief of Army Staff, said our long-drawn defense capital acquisition processes can hinder the procurement of cutting-edge technology, emphasizing the need for reforms in DAP 2020 to ensure a regular and sustained capability building process, he added. With new and disruptive technologies emerging at an increasingly rapid pace, the challenge of avoiding technological obsolescence has become more pressing. For example, the lengthy acquisition process, coupled with the delays in indigenous programs, has reduced the Indian Air Force's active squadrons to 31, well below the authorized 42. An aging fleet and delayed inductions further exacerbating the issue. Of the 6.81 trillion rupees Ministry of Defense budgetary allocations for 2025-26, 1.8 trillion rupees or 26.43% will be spent on capital outlay on defense services. Of this, 1.49 trillion rupees is allocated for capital acquisition, referred to as the modernization budget of the armed forces. The capital outlay of defense services has seen a modest 4.65% increase over the 2024-25 budget estimate of 1.72 trillion rupees. The financial year 25 revised estimate under this head was also lowered to 1.6 trillion rupees, with 2025-26 allocation being 12.85% higher. Defense industry insiders believe that reforms in defense acquisition, particularly in expediting the process, are essential for the efficient utilization of capital outlay allocations. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you everyone. Bye.